Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clock in. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn it back until you start try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
What's up, Hood Table Squad? Hey, 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 hey. What up, though? Hey, Robin. Hey, Miss Hall. How you doing? Welcome to the Hood Table one more again, y'all. We got 2 shows to do tonight, so this one is going to be really, really quick, because at 8 o'clock, we got to give y'all an update on that situation that happened about 2 months ago when one of the jobs here in our city, there's a local black employee who had found a noose on his desk, and a lot of things been happening since then. Of course, y'all know the man got fired right away. Who put the noose on his desk? They found out who did it. But again, a lot of things have been happening ever since then with lawyers and, the authorities and the F to the B to the I. So we're going to update y'all on that at 8 o'clock. And Miss Carmel Diva will be with me at 8 p.m. So anyway, let's talk about this real quick. Hey, Tex Coco. Hey, lovely. How you doing? Everybody, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the share button, subscribe to the Hood Table, and don't forget to follow us on our other platforms, IG, Facebook, Twitter, and of course our website, thehoodtable.com. And when you go to thehoodtable.com, make sure you sign up for our monthly newsletter. Thank you so very much. But anywho, let's talk about this Lauryn Hill and this Selah. I don't understand. Am I missing something? I mean, I don't know how y'all grew up, but the things that Selah was describing that she went through with her mother, the famous Lauryn Hill, that seemed like an everyday thing in my community, in my neighborhood. Who didn't get their back broke off when they was younger? Who didn't get the brakes beat off of them when they was younger? Man, you be lucky if you didn't get hit with an extension cord or a broom. Man, we was talking about this the other day. I swear, I was at my relative's house last week, and we was talking about how one of my grandmas, boy, she used to beat the mess out of people. She used to beat the mess out of people so bad that I never got beat by her. But I used to tell my mom, if your mama put her hands on me, I swear for God, I'm going to have to whoop on her. And my mom like, you can't hit your grandma. What you talking about? No, I'm telling you today, if your mother put her hands on, no, I'm like, it'll be a fight though. Because my grandma, she didn't play. She was really, 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 really strict. She was that old school strict. And I know Selah had mentioned in her IG that she felt like the things that they went through was kind of close to how slaves was treated back in the day. I doubt it was that bad. Because back in the day, you got whipped with them big old thick whips. You get whipped one of them, your skin coming off with each whip, each crack on the back. Your skin is left on that whip and flying through the air. So I doubt if it was that bad, but I guess I get where she's coming from because she claims that that's all she know, being beat. She don't know no other way to handle situations without, putting your hands on someone. You said Selah looking for attention. She know darn well she should have discussed this with her parents before going public. You know what? I agree. She probably should have discussed it with her parents before going public. But my thing is, like I titled the show, when can we be transparent? Like, do we really have to ask other people permission to be transparent? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, a lot of us go through a lot of stuff as children, as youth. Some of us has been in abusive relationships. Some of us had parents who were alcoholics, drug addicts. Some kids was bounced around foster home to foster home. Some people are part of the Me Too movement, like I am. Some people, had a rough upbringing. And some people like to be transparent about what they've been through. Now, especially if it can possibly help somebody else in a situation. Like normally when I talk about something I've been through, normally it's because it has a message behind it. I'm trying to relate a struggle that I might have dealt with, how I overcame it, how it made me stronger, something like that. It's not just to drag per se, because there was a lot of times when I got my butt whooped when I was younger, and a lot of times I didn't even deserve it. I had little bros that was always hating on me. They was always blackmailing me. If I didn't let them do something they wanted to do when mama and daddy was at work, like let friends come over, girls, things like that, they would lie and say I did certain things to them and all that kind of stuff. They did that up until the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to put my foot down on y'all little bad tails. And we was up in that house. We'd be banging all around that house. Boy, it used to be a mess, and mama would come home and she'd be like, how y'all day been? We'd be like, fine. And I'll be looking at them out my side eye like, say something. But no, we used to get towed up back in the day. But then I was thinking, like, is she really trying to be transparent just because she wants to put some type of message out there? Like, is this a cautionary story for parents who might be beating on their children per se? And I don't even know. We weren't there, so we can't say if she was really beaten. Like, I know some people who were beaten when they were younger by any and everything that their mother could find or their grandmother could find in their hand. Stitching cords, brooms, sticks, switches, the weeping willow trees. Child, I was born in Omaha, Nebraska, and I know weeping willow trees are more of a southern thing, but we used to have a few here in our city when I was growing up, and them things would hang all the way to the ground, and my grandma, she would have so many of them weeping willow switches things, and she would have them, and she would tie them up and all that kind of stuff. Again, I never got spanked by her, thank God. But she did used to spank like my nieces, and not my nieces, my little cousins and stuff. She used to tear their butt up. I'd be like, I don't know how y'all do it. It couldn't be me. I wish it would. Man, I'm telling you, we was just talking about this last weekend at my cousin's house, how grandma and grandma's sisters and them they used to go in on the kids. But it was something that was learned behavior. A lot of people who from the South, and I know Lauryn, I don't think she's from the South, but you know what I'm getting at. A lot of people who have parents who were raised up a certain way, that's just was the thing. That was how to discipline. Selah said that her mother Lauryn, she got a little lenient as she got closer to junior high, and started like telling her to go to her room. She was like, the first time she told me to go to my room, I was like, for real? I can just go to my room? I don't remember them days ever. You said beaten. You heard me, Torres. Beaten. Shoot, your parents be on 10 when they be whooping that butt. But you said whooping electric cords, scraps, belts. Yep. Man, we had a belt. Oh my God. I remember getting beat everywhere. In church, at people's house, wherever you act out. You know how parents used to say, wherever you show out, that's what they gonna show out to. Wherever you act out, that's where they're going to act out too. It didn't take me too much time to realize if I put up a fit in the store because I want a particular type of candy or pop or snack or whatever, and mama already told me no before I went inside the store, man, the backhand was on point. The backhand was on point. Be like, pow, right in the mouth. I'll be like, swallowing your whole tongue and everything, swallowing your teeth. You know how your parents say, I'm going to make you swallow your teeth? Boy. But it wasn't like it was like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years from now, if a child was to say, I was beaten by my parent, maybe people might look at them like, okay, you know, that's against the law. You're not supposed, but back then, and this child is only about 21 years old, so we can go back about, she said this led up to about 5th grade, 10, 11, 12, you know, she's only 21 now. She's, you know, she ain't really even lived yet, but still, that's around what, 2000, 2005 when she was dealing with this, you know, about 10, 15 years ago. I don't know what her purpose was, but I think she was just trying to be transparent. And it did make us tough. Miss Hall, it made me tougher than, I'm telling you, nails. It made me tougher than nails. And with my kids, I didn't really have to whoop them like that, like we did back in the day. I kind of like used more of, if you do that, I'm taking this, because I have us that always play sports. They love video games, you know, things like that. So if I was to tell my son, you can't play in the game, you can't play in the varsity game this Friday because you didn't turn in your homework. Oh, Dad, my son would be up in here trying to wash my car, clean up my room, wash the dishes, do the laundry. I didn't really have to go in on them like our parents did back in the day, because kids today, they love that modern technology, and you take that PlayStation away or that cell phone, oh, they will die. They will have a heart attack. You said, did you listen to her second video? Yes, I heard her second video. Where she was upset that people were talking about her parents. And that is what I don't get either. Like, people out here acting like that wasn't a normal thing back in the day, and way, way back in the day. I mean, people didn't really stop beating per se, beating their kids without thinking about some type of consequences till, I want to say, maybe, I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago, because that's when consequences started getting really, really tough. And it was like, if you beat your, okay, I remember one time, oh my God, my son, the youngest one, oh my God, he was, what grade was he in? I think he was in Head Start. No, not Head Start. Kindergarten. And he went to school. This was my youngest one, my chocolate drop, my baby. And he went to school and he would show out every single day. And I worked. I went to school, and I was a single parent. And the teachers would call every day, like 2, 3, 4 times. My phone at work is ringing off the hook, my cell phone. He's doing this, he's doing that. He hit this person, he bit this person, he's crawling, he's jumping off the, I mean, I don't know what was wrong with that child. It could have been us. I think back then, if I remember correctly, he was in his fee-fees because of me and his father separating. And unlike a mother's, what do you call it? He wasn't like a mother's boy. It was nothing like that. A mama's boy. He was more closely attached to his father. And after he left, he was like tripping. And his father, we would discipline him and all this, put him on punishment, not let him play. You know, he was in kindergarten. So, we would put him and have him come home. You got to do this, do your homework, eat your dinner, go to bed. Little things that you try to do with your kids before you have to resort to other, disciplinary actions. And it kept going on and on to the point where I was getting phone calls every hour. So one day, I was so frustrated. One day, I got off of work, and I worked in real estate. I got off of work because they had called me every stinking hour. I said, they called me around lunchtime. I said, I'm about to go to lunch. Do not tell him I'm on my way. Don't tell him I'm on my way. I must have got on that interstate and sped all the way home on the interstate, grabbed me a belt, sped all the way to his school, went to his classroom, had the belt on my hip, in my fist, and he turned around and saw me, and mind you, he was cutting up. He was cutting up when I walked up in the school. He came, I was like, come here. I took his butt to the bathroom. There was a line of kids at the bathroom. Just came from lunch and they was drinking water. And I took his butt to the bathroom. I spanked his little butt. He was so embarrassed. That was the last time I ever had to go back up to the school again. He was so embarrassed. All the callings, all the discipline at home, that wasn't working. It was him being embarrassed at school that got him. All the kids were like, aha, your mommy, what's your butt? You know, all the kids. And then when I took him back to his classroom, I got down on my knees in front of him. He was so little. He was little. And he was like 5, he was like 6. He was kindergarten going in first grade. So like 5, 6. And I told him, I said, you know why I came up here, right? I gave him a little talk, a little spiel. Don't have me come back up here. He was like, okay. You know, so it's not like it's abnormal for children. But when I told my mama what happened, oh my God, why'd you do that? The teachers are going to call the law. They're going to call CPS. They're going to call. Child. I always told my mama when I was younger, if I discipline my kids and somebody got an issue with it, you can have them. Because ain't no kids going to run over me. I got 2 boys. We live in the hood, surrounded by none but gangs. And I mean, negative situations that I have to raise my kids up in by myself. I drove right on back to work and got to work. But no, I'm like, so the people who's giving her backlash, I don't approve of it. There are some people who grew up without their single strand of their hair being moved from discipline. I mean, and then there's the ones who don't get disciplined at all, and they end up, being, suicide bombers and blowing up schools and churches and, just going on shooting sprees for no reason. So, I believe in discipline, but like I said, with my kids, it was only a few times where I had to do that. And then the other time as they got older, I was like, oh yeah, let me get your cell phone. No, mama, please, I'll do anything. Let me get the remote control to your TV. I would take everything out the bedroom, put it in my closet, TVs, PlayStation. Oh, man, they would straighten up so fast. And it'd be kind of funny because I'd be like, dang, this all it takes. But yeah, the kids today, they have to have that technology. They have to have those little gadgets or they would go completely nuts. But you said, that's right. Girl, Miss Hogg, it was so bad. It was so bad. And when we talk about it today, he be laughing. He be like, I don't know why it was so bad. I'm like, I don't know why you was either, but it passed. But yeah, I had some really good sons. They just have their moments, just like any other children. Sometimes you gotta nip that stuff in the bud. And I don't judge parents. I try not to judge parents. Now, the parents out there who are really truly abusing their children, oh no. I couldn't even have knowledge of that and then just be like, what? Are you serious? No, you can't do that at all. You can't punch your kid. You can't do, it's certain things that's just off limits with me. But this Selah, I know Lauryn Hill probably didn't approve of what she's doing. But then, one thing, every time I go to her, because she can sing, she has a pretty voice, she has a pretty voice. And every time I would go to like her IG or something like that, she would be always singing. But the other day when I went to her IG, she was smoking a blunt. I'm like, I will never understand how people can just get on their platforms to just smoke blunts or weed or anything else like that. Just, yeah. And my mother used to beat me. Yeah, I'm like, child. I think that made it a little worse for everybody. I think that really made it a little worse for everybody because it's like, okay, you barely 20 years old. You're not fully grown, even though females mature more than males. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't even like that when my sons do things on their platform. I used to be like, oh my God, could you please take that down? Could you please take that down? Oh, why are you guys doing this? And then it got to the point where they was just like, my oldest one is almost 24. And I'm like, okay, I just ignore it. I just scroll past their stuff. Because sometimes you have to be careful, Ms. Hall. The only reason why I say that, and I know people who indulge. And I have no problems with it. But it's like when you're on social media, when you're on a platform, and you never know who's going to cross your platform. You never know. Like us as YouTubers, like there's a lot of us. There's millions of YouTubers. And you don't never know when somebody in your HR department or when a friend or a hater at your job is going to come across your channel and they see you doing certain things, especially if it's not even legal in your state. So it all depends, the things that we do. I try not to do anything online that would backfire or would make a negative impact on my livelihood. You know what I mean? So, but that's just me. But yeah, I know people, it ain't, I be like, what y'all doing? Oh, we kicking it, we chilling. Okay. I got my bottle. Y'all smoke, I drink. I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. Nah. You said puff fast. Yes, honey, yes. But yeah, man. So as far as her IG video, it was a 2-hour video. And people is gonna take what they that little portion, like a lot of things that people do. People will post a whole video, and instead of just, taking any of it positively, they just take a negative little piece of the video or a post or a blog, and they'll just run with that. She could have said all kind of beautiful, wonderful things. Like she said how she was proud of her mom. She changed, and Lauryn went through a lot. I mean, not to, say that that was her excuse or she had an excuse for, whooping her daughter or her kids with a belt. Because it wasn't just, Selah. She said it was them. The kids got whooped with belts. So, but she did have a rough time, after the Fugees and after she did her studio album, the only one that really soared. And I do still love that CD, that record. But after that, even like one of her label mates, it was Prox, who was part of the Fugees. He had said a couple of years ago that, people was asking him like, why did Lauryn stop singing? Why did Lauryn leave, the recording studio? What happened? And a lot of us always wonder, like, what happened? We ask ourselves that all the time about these awesome, talented singers or rappers or, TV stars, movie stars. And what happened? Where are they at now? And he said, period, point blank, Lauryn just stopped making music because she was no longer inspired. She took a hiatus from the recording studio because, of a lack of inspiration. But, Lauryn was that type of person where a lot of things could affect her and impact how she felt day to day. As he said, sometimes it could have been like racism in our country. It could have been like children being abused. It could have been like the LGBT community, people being killed it was a lot of things. Wasn't just that. It wasn't just music. And then she got into a relationship. She was young. She had a lot of kids. I mean, she was dealing with a lot back then. She was dealing with a lot. I really wish that things would have been differently with her because, man, I'm telling you, I really believe if she would have stayed at the top like she was and kept going, musically in that direction, she would still be a bad mama jamma to this day. They be like, Beyonce, who? But yeah, so that's just my thoughts on my little 2 cent on the whole situation. But you said great artists. Yeah, they are. And great artists, you know what? It might be a stereotype, but I heard that is mainly a true stereotype that great artists and great actors and actresses, they usually indulge heavily in things they shouldn't be indulging in too. And they crazy. So, you never know. One day I hope that they do a true biopic, and maybe Lifetime will pick that up. A true biopic of Lauryn Hill. I'm telling you, I will be so down for that and down to review that with y'all because I know Lauryn Hill probably dealt with a lot of inner demons, and raising all those kids, without the father, being there most of the time. Hey, it is what it is. But I don't think they should be coming down on Selah like that. I don't think they should be dragging her like that. I don't think they should be going in on Lauryn and her Lauryn's ex-husband, Selah's father. I don't think they should be doing any of that. Yes, you're right, Liana. Addictive personalities. Addictive. Hey, Deborah. Hi, hon. I didn't even see you come in here, love. I was just reading your comments from the Greenleaf review we did the other day. You talking about Lady May was preaching her. Woo! Lady May had me over here about to bust a little church two-step. I was like, you get the shoulders moving and you get the feet stomping and you just be like, yeah. But yeah. Lord, Greenleaf was good. But you said there's a big world out there, and if you ever want to level up, this may prevent that. Yep. You are so correct. And she's referring to certain things that you do on, social media. But yep, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. But yeah, I got like literally 4 minutes. I have to start the new live. I know I'm going to be a few minutes late because of the fact that we got 4 minutes left. I didn't mean to go this long. But y'all know how I go. I get to, when we get at the table, we get at the hood table, we just be talking and stuff and hanging out and chilling. But if y'all are interested in the update to the story of the black man who found a noose at his desk at his job a couple of months back, and the white employee was fired and now is going up the ladder with the authorities, tune in. I'm coming right back, you guys. So I'm gonna get Carmel Diva, throw her up here on the screen with me, and she's gonna break it down to us, everything that's been going on, with this case. So hey, beautiful. Hey, Alicia. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And thank you, Miss Hall. Yes, please support the Hood Table if you like. No pressure. And thank you to all those who do be sending Cash Apps and PayPals and Super Chats. I really do appreciate you. Thanks to everybody who's subscribed to the newsletter at thehoodtable.com, at our official website, thehoodtable.com. Check it out and subscribe to the newsletter. And congrats again to Carla Prince. She won the giveaway this month for August because she is the Hood Table member. She clicked that join button and she became a member of the Hood Table member squad. So we do that every month. Giveaways. But yes, so other than that, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'll be back in a few minutes with our next show. And stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.